This is Hkhs Sport, bringing you that heat and that far. We keeping the foot on the what on the next. We keeping the foot on the what on the next. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. Let's talk about it, man. And a prediction, King strikes again. And a prediction, King strikes again. Hkhs Sport told you guys, man, that Teofimo Lopez was a DuckTales. A DuckTales. There's a stranger out to find you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do is grab on you some DuckTales. See, once again, Aki TV is stealing Hkhs Sport information, dog. Hkhs Sport was the first one to tell you guys, man, he's a super duper Hypejob variation. This is why Hkhs Sport was never big on Teofimo Lopez, the super duper Hypejob variation. Because once a super duper Hypejob variation, always a super duper Hypejob variation. And what you guys don't understand is Hkhs Sport is the seer, the prophet of this generation. So Hkhs Sport's been given unlimited ability to see right through people's bullshit and fuck shit, man. I told you guys, man. This guy is prostrating. He's masquerading himself around and being happy at the fact that he's the biggest fucking duck. But Mike Tyson, I told you, you wasn't going to be the one to get this fight going on. You're a coon buffoon, man. And anyone that thought a coon buffoon was going to make this fight, it's a things that make you say. It's a things that make you say. Now, boxing community fan bases. Now you guys see why Hkhs Sport is always on the thumb, the wave, and the needle of the damn situation. Because Hkhs Sport told you guys, Vasily Lomachenko should have stayed where he was at. You guys sat here, tried to clap back at Hkhs Sport. Tried to sit here and say, Hkhs Sport, you don't know what you're talking about. Hkhs Sport, you talking shit. Hkhs Sport, you do. And look what happened. This guy has single-handedly turned 135 to a trash bin, man. 135 is a trash can. 135 is garbage. 135 is non-existent outside of Gervonta Tank Davis. And Gervonta Tank Davis, now that he's out because of an injury that he has, now it's completely and utter trash. And why? Because you guys wanted supposedly the great white hope to get exposed. At least with Vasily Lomachenko, there was status. There was a standard. There was class. You see, this is what Hkhs Sport loves about the truth, dog. Why do you think Hkhs Sport is the ultimate truth teller? Because he knows the truth will always have its day, dog. And the truth had its day. And what was the day that it had? That Vasily Lomachenko was going to get bribed and robbed to a level to where now you got a kid who's sitting here and celebrating the fact that he's ducking, heavyweight lifting. He's the worst thing they could have ever done to boxing. His dad is even worse because his dad is the one that's coaching him. Look, man, we got the belts now. See, this is why Hkhs Sport told you guys about this super duper Hypejob variation and why he told you he's ruining boxing. When you got a kid like this that doesn't understand what he's about and he's ruining a sport, why are you propping him up? Why are you bringing him up? This is a kid that you should be fundamentally, unquestionably, and unequivocally shooting the heck down. But you guys won't do that. Because in Rudy Poo and Plum Plum Brain fashion, in classic Doden Troglodyte fashion, and in Ultra Fanboy with the Ultra Fanboy rhetoric fashion, you wanted Vasily Lomachenko gone. But see, this is what happened. You guys realized the grass wasn't greener on the other side. What I said was so deep in profile. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me? And hear me? Fucking well. You guys realized the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Because you guys realized when it was all said and done, that the super duper Hypejob variation is what he is. A super duper Hypejob variation. And in this instance, a DuckTales. A DuckTales. There's a stranger out to find you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do is grab on you some DuckTales. He's a fucking DuckTales. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop on the Hkhs. I keeps the foot on the whoop on the Hkhs. This is Hkhs Sport. Check it out.